Red Dead Redemption 2 to me is definitely one of my favorite games of all time. Its world and story are next level and blends in with each other to create a masterpiece. Arthur's redemption arc really hit a nerve when I finished the game, and it was probably the first time since Monsters University when I actually got the point of a story. Even if you've done some bad things to get by life, it doesn't stop you from being a good boy in the end. You might have even gotten spoilers for certain games by these brain dead playthrough YouTubers titling their videos with spoilers. Yeah, that happened to me with this game and I still fucking loved it. So what makes Red Dead Redemption 2 a masterpiece? One of the best narratives I've ever experienced in a story. The game's graphics were done in 2018 and they still look like they belong in this current generation. It is also one of the biggest open worlds in any video game with an extraordinary amount of content and some pretty good dialogue. Now what makes Red Dead Redemption 2 not a perfect game? Probably has to be the gameplay. And no, I'm not bad at a single player game. In fact, whenever I play a shooter game, I try to take use of most of the mechanics given to me.
This is not cool.
They're all over you! I don't feel you. Up on the lawn! I'll deal with this!
The gameplay is like a solid 6 or 7 out of 10 for me. A lot of criticism from others about the gameplay is how slow the horses are and how some of the missions have these long ass horse rides. And I don't actually mind them. I enjoy the dialogue for these, sometimes such as Arthur talking about his dead son to Rainsfall and gets interrupted when Rainsfall sees ginseng. No, I'm talking more specifically about the gunplay. It's okay, but I think Max Payne 3 and GTA 5 did it a lot better. I think Red Dead Redemption 2 took a big step back from what the first game did. What I definitely liked in the first game more than the second was how much more reactive the NPCs were to getting shot. This video from Swiftly Unknown shows how when you kneecap someone in RDR1, you literally cripple them. But in the second, they literally... Fuck, I gotta stop saying that. They stub their toe and get back to shooting you with both their legs standing. This makes RDR1's gunplay feel a lot better and feel a bit more visceral. This was an amazing feature in 2010 and it sucked it didn't make a comeback, as I think it would go really well with the gore system in RDR2. I do like the addition of recoil in Red Dead Redemption 2, but one thing I really despise about RDR2's gameplay is reticle sway and the cover system. It's a pretty stupid system. The sway of your aim making it harder to hit people and get a headshot, as if Arthur has fucking Parkinson's. This dwelled on me with a lot of the gunfights when you're going for a headshot, and then suddenly just shoots their hat off. This is actually my biggest issue with this game, funnily enough. It's one of the reasons why I use Deadeye a lot more in the second game than the first game. And remind you, I'm on PC with mouse and keyboard, and have over thousands of hours in shooter games. To stop the swaying, you have to take cover. You may say it's for realism, but it doesn't really make any sense at all, since Arthur isn't even mounting his gun on the cover. And when you use sniper rifles, there isn't any swaying whatsoever, when that should be the weapon that should have the most swaying, since in real life, the slightest movement of the rifle will cause the scope to move, but it's completely still when you're using it. In the game, you're practically an award-winning knife thrower, but you can't even hold your gun still. After doing some research, I found out that the weapon sway has to deal with the Deadeye core, which I think is true. I don't think the game did a good job of explaining this. I played this game 6 years ago and I've only just found this out today. I really thought the Deadeye core only had to deal with Deadeye, not my actual accuracy / weapon sway. You can see in this comparison here.
I'm scared.
I've Limbago! And even when you do have a good Deadeye core, it can still suck in some situations. The covering system is pretty iffy. Covering on normal walls and flip tables are fine, but if you are going into cover on things such as pillars and rocks, they fucking suck. Some parts of the cover can block your shots and even still making you liable to getting shot by enemies. Deadeye is a really cool ability, but it could get really repetitive, but it's fine, you can just not use it. But a lot of shootouts are designed for you to use it, so most likely you'll die if you don't. For example, the iconic American Venom shootout relies mostly on Deadeye to counteract the sway of your weapons, and especially in the snow. Let's do a comparison of a Red Dead Redemption 2 shootout compared to a Red Dead Redemption 1 shootout, focusing on the cover shooting and shooting while moving. One thing to consider is that Red Dead Redemption 1's controls feel a lot more responsive and less clunky, even when I'm playing on an emulator for Red Dead Redemption 1, and that's probably because of the engines, as the same could be said for GTA 4 to GTA 5. Red Dead Redemption 1 uses the third variation of the Rage engine, while Red Dead Redemption 2 uses the ninth variation of the Rage engine. There isn't a big difference, but I can be more aggressive in the first game, and in the second game I get punished a lot more since this is the first Rockstar game to introduce weapon sway. Games like The Last of Us have weapon sway, but that's because it revolves more around stealth, and so it wants you to position yourself closer to enemies and also use items that aren't weapons. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a masterpiece of a game with one of the biggest, most immersive worlds out there, and an amazing narrative experience. Does it have amazing gunplay though? No.
Make the drop, Arthur.
Oh shit! The gunplay / gameplay is enough to get through one of the best narratives in gaming and find some amusement from it. But I definitely expected more. I really hope Rockstar with GTA 6 leans towards GTA 5's gameplay, but with more recoil to the weapons. And maybe even adding a feature where you will be able to shoot through thin walls, which in a lot of games is called wallbanging. Thankfully enough, there are mods on PC that fix the problems with Red Dead Redemption 2's gunplay. But I'm definitely too brain dead to install them. I love Red Dead Redemption 2, but shooting isn't really one of its strengths. We know with Max Payne 3, Rockstar can make good shooting mechanics. It's been Trojan, and I'll see you in the next video. This is just my opinion, and shut up, PewDiePie!
I got a Glock in my Warren. 17 shots from 38. Wonder when she'll be Martian. Look past like Paris, only one, but she's out as a